Welcome in. Thanks for joining us for the WHHI Daily News, where we strive to bring you more Lowcountry news more often. On this election day, we're going to try to kind of stay away from election-type news. You know what to do. You know what needs to be done on an election day. We'll, of course, have the results for you on Wednesday. But we need to be talking about a lot of other stuff that you're involved in election day. Willie Aiken, the coroner for Jasper County. But this is a day when people need to get out and do what they're doing, right?
Right. Unfortunately, we're not nonpartisan.
Right.
You have to file a particular party when you run.
Let's get into that. The whole idea. I mean, a coroner, you get into a bad situation with a family that needs answers to what happened.
Yes.
You're not asking who's a Democrat and who's a Republican, are you?
Not at all. That's the furthest thing from my mind.
Yeah.
But in order to actually get the job, you have to be a part of a particular party or the most popular party. Jasper County used to be a Democratic county, switching over more Republican. So, of course, I filed as a Democrat, but I service all of the people. So it's,
What you talk to the other coroners? What would be do you think you should still run, but as nonpartisan, or should you be appointed by the delegation of the county and the legislature? How would you guys do it as a group, or does everybody have a different opinion?
I guess everyone may have a different opinion. The coroners that I spoke to, of course, we feel that we shouldn't have to file for a particular party.
Yeah.
But we also understand that a particular party will guarantee you a job when someone else wants the job. So like right now I have a Republican that's running against me.
Right.
So, it's not about the best person for the job, it's whichever party comes out and vote more. So I think it gives a balance, being elected. I don't agree with being appointed.
Okay.
Because once you're appointed as the coroner, our job is to balance out the powers of the sheriff.
Yeah.
So, you don't really want someone to put you in a position where they are over you. To make you make decisions.
And because you guys have to make a decision on investigating crimes.
Correct.
And what's a crime and what's an accident and all of that. And if you were working for someone in particular,
or something,
they could influence that.
Correct. So, I do agree with being elected, letting the people decide.
Okay.
But as far as the party, nonpartisan, it really should have been.
Maybe we'll fix that.
Hopefully, legislation. If they hear that, maybe some legislation.
You guys have such an interesting. I mean, every day is different. I mean, you got into the office on a Monday morning, and you've got 3 fatal car wrecks to deal with from the weekend that you had no idea. Obviously you had no idea that was coming.
Right.
You've got to keep a pretty clean desk, don't you?
Right. We have the 3 fatals that everyone's talking about, but we also have the 6 ER deaths that occurred around the same time. So, right now, I believe we have, and don't quote me on this, I believe we have about 12 to 14 open cases from this weekend alone, But most, certain cases is more talked about as far as accidents and homicides.
And you have to send those out. I mean, because you're not the medical examiner, you're not the doctor.
Correct.
And you have to send those out to MUSC.
Yes, we use MUSC. My county, we're working on trying to utilize Beaufort County. They now do autopsies. So I guess once they've worked that out,
How long does it take to turn around a case like that? In most cases, say a homicide. How long does it take to turn that around?
So we always tell our families, give us at least 90 days because we have to do the autopsy. We also have to get the toxicology reports. And a lot of times the tox takes a little while to come back, testing the different drugs and whatnot in your system.
How much of your job is psychologist, preacher, comforter in the job?
Well, we're actually looking into getting some chaplains to come because, the part of the job, that folks don't never talk about is when I have to go to those homes this weekend to notify the families that their loved one isn't coming back. So that's
and it's you, not law enforcement.
That's the job of the coroner to notify. Now we go out with law enforcement, protection, and also just for assistance. But it's the role of the coroner to notify the next of kin of the passing. So once you tell someone that it's mentally disturbing for them, but also for you because one of the individuals this weekend I actually personally knew. Knew the family. So, it's a different mentally when you have to do this job as well.
What do you want to do this job for?
It's a service. I noticed that it's
yeah.
about people,
Okay.
and I feel as though once your loved one passes, I speak for the decedent.
Okay.
So I have a passion for that because, just because you die, it doesn't mean you're trash, you're garbage, you're nothing to your loved ones. So, that's where we step in to make sure that they're done right and the family's done right. And we like to inform and educate our families because no one knows about the coroner's office. It's something that no one wants to talk about, but it's more than death,
All right, so. Jasper County Coroner Willie Aiken, thanks so much
for
joining
having
us.
me. Yes, sir.
We appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We'll be back with more of the WHHI Daily News right after this.